Virtual Deal Factory Daily. So in the last webisode, we were talking about how this dude and that dude over there, how we connected, how we met, and how this amazing vision of the Virtual Deal Factory first began. And you're probably saying to yourself, well, what exactly is this vision? Because, you know, it sounds cool, and the guy in the pictures, he looks really cool, but like, what exactly is the Virtual Deal Factory? Well, let me start at a very simple level. You know, the basic idea of the Virtual Deal Factory, again, it came from that situation where, you know, Mark came to me and he said, you know, Damian, I have all these coaching students and I have, you know, over 100 of them that have deals. They're ready to do this second. And I have over 100 of them that are waiting to buy deals. And there's got to be a way to hook them up, because you hook them up, you help more homeowners, everybody makes more money. It helps everybody. It's, you know, but there's got to be a way to do that. And so what we started with is that very simple idea. As we said, we wanted to create a place where right now inside of the Virtual Deal Factory, there are deals waiting, investor-generating deals. These aren't like realtor listings. These aren't random FSBO listings. These aren't just gobbledygook junk. These are real investor-generated deals, okay, which means they're discount deals, they're creative deals, they're wholesale deals, okay? We also said, well, there's the other part of that is there's buyers. So inside of the system right now, there's also buyers. So there are buyers who are, you know, whether they're looking, you know, whether they're creative buyers, whether they're investors looking to buy deals because maybe they're looking to buy deals and rent them out, or they're looking to buy them and then, you know, sell them wholesale, whatever the case may be. And now you have both those pieces. So you can come here and say, hey, you know, I have some buyer leads, but I don't know how to work with these guys. You could come here and boom, the properties are waiting. You can match them up, tag team up with an investor, help a homeowner, help a home buyer, and both make money. You know, or you can say, hey, I have a property, but man, I can't get out of this property. Well, you know what? There's a dude over there, and he's got buyers for you, and now you can connect them. And that's only like the first level. And there's such a deeper level, and there's a word, and you used this word before, and I know we're internet marketing guys, and we're supposed to use like really cool buzzwords, but this isn't a cool buzzword, but it's a word that describes, and you said it, platform.
Platform, absolutely. I think a platform is so important to understand. Is a platform is a place where people come together, and the platform provides the service where you guys can intermingle and communicate and share. It's a safe environment. Everybody's there to win. Everybody wants to help each other grow. And I think it's important to see these pieces. As you know, this is a big problem people have. You know, you're sitting at home by yourself, and I have people that pay me 25 grand sitting there saying, you know, I need to do a deal. How do I do a deal? Oh my gosh, I have money, but I don't know where to find the deals. So what we do is say, okay, well, instead of looking at it and trying to figure out how to make the problem a little bit better, let's create a full circle solution. And that's what a platform is doing for us with Virtual Deal Factory. Yeah,
and just to tell you, I mean, this guy makes my head spin sometimes, because he comes up with just such advanced ideas, because, you know, he'll say, well, you know, it'll be great. You know, we're going to have attorneys there, and we'll have the rehabbers, and we'll have the title agencies there, and we'll have all these people, and we'll find ways to connect them. But then saying it's so much more than just connecting them. It's about matching them, which, as you see, and as you're part of the Virtual Deal Factory, and again, part of this movement, and you see the growth and the changes that advance on a monthly and even weekly basis. You'll see the different things we come out with. But then also actually having like that virtual, you know, we're sitting in a conference room right now, but providing that same thing, because, you know, the time of saying, you know, 5 people have to go lock themselves in a room at 2 p.m. and otherwise a deal doesn't get made, those times are going away. I mean, they're dying. I mean, that's when
they've died on my world a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. I mean, how many? You don't. Out of all the deals you do in a week, how many of those are you physically present at? Okay,
here we go, 0.
Okay, so I mean, this is the guy who's living. This is all he does. And arguably, you're probably doing more deals. I always say this. I don't know the statistic, but I'm going to argue that you do more deals than anybody on the East Coast.
Well, yeah. Again, I don't know. I'm not getting into that match, but I think the thing is, you know,
I like the 0 though. The zero is the point we want to get to.
Yeah.
I won't make you boast.
No, the 0 is the point that we really want to get. Is like, it's virtual. Like, you know, I'd rather see you spend time with your family, your friends. Like you said yesterday, go hang out in the dog park with your wife. Like, that's important. You can't do that if you're driving, especially in Atlanta, on 85 at 5 p.m., trying to get off exit, you know, so-and-so.
Find some distressed property in the dark. Yeah. Some people you never met before.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have backed up traffic. You're going to get a flat maybe. You might get in a wreck. I mean, there's just all these multitude of things that there's no sense in doing it. And that's the problem, is that's a reaction mode, as opposed to the platform provides all the pieces to put it together. And that's what we're providing here at the Virtual Deal Factory.
Yeah, so I mean, what you're seeing right now, depending on when you're watching this, maybe this is the year 2090, maybe we're in the future or something, but depending on when you're watching this, there's so much, the reason we call it a movement is because it's constantly changing. We've already talked about from the very start saying, wow, creating a platform where you can go and have a meeting, you can go and exchange documents, you can go and even have escrow and all these things that are part of this idea of not only matching up, but actually making the deals happen and providing you every aspect so that you can do exactly what he does, the way he's able to do those deals without showing up to him, live the way that I do, being able to, walk away from your business, come back, know you're doing more deals, making more money, and just have an awesome time doing it. So,
and making more connections. I don't mind to interrupt you, but making more connections. Picture you're out hanging out, you go to the movies, you're watching a movie, you come home and you have 14 friends in your system now.
Right.
You see, that's a big problem. It's like, how do I meet new investors? Where do I go? I don't think the RIA clubs are where to go. Number one, it's, again, you got to jump in the car, you got to take off work early,
Sure.
You got to get there, and you got to deal with all those bozos, but that's a whole other story. But here it's like a group of people that want to help you, and not necessarily in your backyard. See, when you're online, the whole world's your backyard. And if you just jump in a plane and look down, it's so big.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you just said this is a great point. A lot of times people say, well, attorney or title agent, can I just get them from the yellow pages? But when you realize, we're creative investors here. We're not doing traditional real estate. Not that there's anything against it, and some of you guys might do traditional real estate. But when you're talking about creative real estate, it's a different language. It's a different mind state. You need an attorney who understands creative real estate. You need a title agent. You need a mortgage broker who understands creative real estate. You need all these people who understand it, and that's just another huge part of it. So I guess the last thing I drive home, and obviously I get excited about this. I mean, this is why we spend literally sometimes just days locked in a room talking about the Virtual Deal Factory, is because the vision's so big. Is that again, that word movement is realizing that it's a movement and that you're a part of this movement. Everything we do here is for you guys. This isn't this isn't for me and Starbuck the dog. It's not. This guy's already successful enough. It's while he needs it too. It's, we're creating and we're building the place for you. Mm-hmm. It's about hearing from you. It's about getting your feedback. It's about you being a part of it. And the only way you can do that is by being here, watching the webisodes, coming on, making friends, leaving comments, being part of polls, interacting, joining our contests, our prizes, all that other stuff. We're doing that because, again, our idea is to have you here as close as this guy is to me right now. And just just having a great time and just becoming more and more successful in everything we do, no matter what your goals, dreams, and ambitions are as an investor.
Exactly.
So,
real quick here, so everybody, we always tell, go outsource your business, and in the virtual business, that's what you need to do is outsource it, so you don't have a big stuffy office and have a lot of expenses. So in essence, they're outsourcing to us.
Yeah,
like we work for you guys, and that's a good thing.
And everybody here actually works for you too. So you now have like the biggest team ever. You can brag to everybody you have.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, we're going to start off. I know you guys are saying. I know if I was there, I was like, well, what about the hot deals? Everybody wants to know about hot. You see hot deals. Like, what are hot deals? Where do they come from? And where do we get off having the right saying they're hot?
I don't know. Are they? How do you know?
How do you know if they're hot or not?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest question that we see constantly inside the system is, hey, Mark, I have a deal. And then I look at it, I'm like, oh, my gosh, that's not a deal. Like,
that's a
you
disaster,
do that,
right?
That's a disaster in the making. You see, don't take my word for it. Look around. People thought they were doing awesome deals, but now there's so many more people, foreclosure, bankruptcy, because the person telling them it was a great deal typically is the person selling the property, right? Yeah. So they're going to make money somehow. So what if, in here in the Virtual Deal Factory, don't take one person's opinion, don't take two people's. What if you could ask the whole crowd? What if you could ask the whole team, the whole group
of investors?
Okay,
apologies. He started running away. He got so excited. So we can't share that with you right now. Loose lips over here. So on the next episode of Virtual Deal Factory, Dale, you're going to learn all about the hot deal component and what makes a hot deal, where do we get off calling them hot, and how do you know if they're hot or not. So Damian Mark,
Mark Evans, DM.
We'll see you next time on Virtual Deal Factory Daily.